with a topic for you all, a new topic for you all, and it's economic importance of bacteria in the field of medicine. So we had already started the economic importance of bacteria, in the previous classes, but today I'm just going to discuss about its importance in the medicine field, okay, in the field of medicine. So you should know that these bacteria, they're beneficial for us, okay, and mainly in the field of medicines, because it helps in producing vitamins, antibiotics, serum, vaccines. Okay, so let's take vitamin first. Okay, so if you see in our body, also human beings, there are bacteria that are present inside our body. It is important also. Okay, they are present inside the small intestine, our small intestine. So these bacteria that are present inside our small intestine, they synthesize, okay, they synthesize vitamins, especially vitamin B complex in our body. Okay, not only in human beings, these bacteria are also present inside animals also. Take an example of herbivorous animals. Okay, you all know herbivores, they eat only grass, plants. So for their further digestion, and all these bacteria are there inside the body. Okay, that helps them to digest their food. So this is why it is important also. Okay, now second is your antibiotics. So you are familiar with this topic, no? Antibiotics, you have heard this. You heard this word, term, yes or no? So what is antibiotic? You should know that first. So antibiotics they are chemical substances, okay, that are produced by living organisms, and these antibiotics, they kills the microorganism that causes diseases in our body, or it slows down the disease causing the growth of the disease causing organism also. Okay, so and you have heard, so I've written some names of the antibiotics. I think so you have heard about it. So first one comes the penicillin. Okay, so it was brought from a fungus. Okay, Penicillium notatum. It is a living organism. Okay, so it was produced from it. This streptomycin, chlorotetracycline, and erythromycin, they are all produced from bacteria. The antibiotics, okay, helps you to treat different diseases. Penicillin, it is used to treat diphtheria, tetanus. Okay, streptomycin, it is used for treating tuberculosis. Yes, and chlorotetracycline is used for treating typhoid. Okay, and erythromycin, it is used for treating rickettsial fever. Okay, so these are the different antibiotics that we get. Okay, and they are produced from living organism, and the function is to kill or slow down the disease causing microorganism or the germs that has entered into our body. Okay, now fourth one is serum. So serum, actually it is a yellowish fluid, okay, that is found in our blood after it gets clot. You all know blood, it has two components, you should remember that. Okay, it has a solid component and the liquid component. The solid component, it is made up of RBCs, WBCs, and the platelets. Okay, and the liquid, it is known as the plasma. Yes or no, liquid portion component. They get separated. So when it clots, we can separate it, the liquid and the solid components. So these are known as serum. Okay, so these serum, they are the fluid, yellowish fluid. Okay, it contains antitoxins. So you should know what are antitoxins. Okay, so when a germ, any germs that enters into our body, it produces poisonous substance which is known as toxins. Okay, so those are poisonous substances that are produced by the germs that enters into our body. So the serum, okay, it contains the antitoxins, means the substances that helps you to fight against or neutralize the toxins that are produced by the germs that enters into your body. That is why it is known as antitoxin. Toxin. It acts against the toxins that are produced by the germs. Okay. So now you have heard about antibodies also. No, you have nowadays in this period of time. Okay, you are hearing about antibodies. Yes, you are hearing about. Okay, so antivenomous. I think so. You have heard about antiviral drugs, antidotes. So these are all produced from serum. Okay, now what happens here? How do we produce all this? Now let's see. I'm going to just explain that. Okay, so now suppose antibodies, how are they produced? Now we take the antigen. You all know when suppose a virus or a bacteria that enters into our body, it attacks us. Okay, when it gets into our body, it starts producing antigen, we call it. Okay, so when these antigens they are produced by the germs, our immune system, it produces antibodies so that it can fight against it. Okay, so antibodies are also produced artificially also. That means how? Suppose I take the toxin. Okay, the small dose of bacterial toxin. Okay, and I can take that toxin or the substance, poisonous substance, in a small dose and can inject that into a healthy person or an animal. Okay, just example, animal. Take an example, animal. We inject into a horse. Now what happens? The healthy horse, the toxin substances, it has entered into the body. Now what happens when that toxin has reached into the blood of that body, so that animal, it produces antitoxins. It starts producing antitoxins. Okay, then after that we can take those blood, we can separate the blood, we take its serum. The serum, it contains antitoxin, I told you. No, so then after that we can utilize that as antibodies also. We can use that as antivenom also, antiviral drugs and antidotes also. Okay, so same thing in cases of antivenom also. What happens? We take the poisonous, the venom, we inject into an animal. Okay, the animal nothing happens to that animal. It can fight against that venom. Okay, that means its blood has produced antitoxin. So we take its blood, we separate we take the serum from it. Okay, and we can utilize that in cases of snake bites and all, in the form of antivenoms and all. Okay, then even antiviral drugs also, same thing. Okay, so they are used for curing viral infections and all. Okay, then antidotes also, they are used in encountering the effects of poisoning in our blood and all. Okay, so these are all produced from the serum. We get it from the serum because serum in the blood, okay, it produces antitoxins. Okay, so antitoxins are the substances, okay, that helps you to neutralize or resist the toxins or the germs itself also. Okay. Now the fourth one is the vaccine. So vaccine, you are hearing about vaccine.